When people talk about baseball legends, names like Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, Derek Jeter, and Mike Trout dominate the conversation. But for every superstar, there are players who quietly dominate year after year, guaranteeing consistent production, elevating their teams, and shaping games, without ever grabbing headlines. These are the MLB players whose reliability, dedication, and consistency deserve far more recognition than they ever received. Today, we're counting down the most consistent MLB players who never got the spotlight. The MLB is a league that celebrates flash, highlight plays, and record-breaking seasons. However, many of the most impactful players aren't the ones hitting 50 home runs or stealing 60 bases. They're the ones who consistently produce, quietly elevate their teams, and perform at a high level year after year. These players often go unnoticed because they lack the superstar aura, but their contributions are invaluable. In this video, we'll explore 10 MLB players whose consistency was unmatched, yet they never received the recognition they deserved. Before we start, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss deep dives into baseball history, underrated legends, and hidden gems of the MLB. 1. Omar Vizquel, the defensive wizard. Omar Vizquel spent 24 seasons in the MLB, amassing over 2,800 hits while being one of the best defensive shortstops in history. His career may not have been flashy offensively, but his consistency at shortstop was unparalleled. Vizquel's glove work saved countless runs, making him an anchor for multiple playoff teams. While he earned 11 Gold Gloves, he never received MVP attention, despite consistently influencing games through defense and smart base running. 2. Jeff Cirillo, quiet contact hitter. Jeff Cirillo played 14 seasons and was one of the most reliable hitters in the league, posting multiple seasons with batting averages over .300. He rarely struck out, maintained a disciplined approach at the plate, and hit for both average and occasional power. Despite his consistency, Cirillo never became a household name, overshadowed by bigger sluggers of the late 1990s and early 2000s. His career proves that steady production, even without the fanfare, is a vital asset to any team. 3. Jim Thome, long-term power with low hype. While Jim Thome is recognized by hardcore fans for his 600-plus home runs, he never always got the mainstream respect he deserved during his prime. Thome combined consistent power with high on-base skills, playing nearly 22 seasons across multiple teams. His ability to maintain elite production throughout his career, regardless of age or team changes, makes him one of the most underrated consistent performers in baseball history. 4. Kenny Lofton, the consistent leadoff man. Kenny Lofton was one of the fastest and most reliable leadoff hitters of the 1990s. With multiple seasons of 60-plus stolen bases and consistently high on-base percentages, Lofton set the table for his team's offenses for over a decade. Despite this, his quiet approach and lack of power numbers meant he rarely received the same attention as sluggers like Mark McGwire or Ken Griffey Jr. Lofton's consistency made him an invaluable player in playoff runs, showing that reliable production at the top of the lineup is crucial for team success. 5. Mark Grace, the silent contact hitter. Mark Grace was a model of consistency for the Chicago Cubs, providing reliable batting averages, solid defense at first base, and clutch hitting. Over a 16-year career, Grace hit over .300 multiple times and collected more than 2,400 hits. He never sought the spotlight, and his quiet demeanor meant he often flew under the radar. Grace's steady production proved that consistent excellence at the plate can shape a team's success over many seasons. 6. Tim Raines, the consistent leadoff threat. Tim Raines, known as one of the best base stealers in MLB history, consistently got on base and created scoring opportunities for his teams. Over a 23-year career, Raines accumulated 808 stolen bases and maintained high on-base percentages, yet he was often overshadowed by contemporaries like Rickey Henderson. His ability to consistently set the tone at the top of the lineup makes him one of the most underrated contributors in MLB history. 7. Paul Molitor, Quiet Hall of Famer. Paul Molitor played 21 MLB seasons with remarkable consistency. Known for his hitting versatility, power, average, and speed, Molitor was a model of reliability. Despite winning over 3,300 hits and earning a World Series MVP, he was rarely celebrated with the same intensity as bigger stars of his era. Molitor's career proves that long-term consistency and adaptability across multiple teams and positions is a hallmark of greatness. 8. Omar Infante, reliable every night. Omar Infante quietly delivered year after year as a reliable infielder and consistent hitter. While he never wowed fans with spectacular numbers or highlight reel plays, his steady contributions allowed teams like the Detroit Tigers to remain competitive throughout the 2000s. Infante exemplifies how consistency, versatility, and professionalism contribute more to a team's success than occasional flashiness. 9. Richie Sexson, steady power threat. Richie Sexson was a reliable source of power and run production in the late 1990s and early 2000s. Despite consistently hitting 25-30 home runs per season, Sexson never gained superstar recognition, largely because he played on less prominent teams. His career demonstrates that steady power production, even without media attention, has immense value for any lineup. 10. Brad Ausmus, defensive anchor and quiet leader. Brad Ausmus was one of the most consistent catchers of his era, providing elite defense, pitch framing, and leadership behind the plate. Ausmus rarely put up flashy offensive numbers, but his ability to guide pitchers and control the game was critical for every team he played for. His quiet consistency demonstrates that leadership and defensive reliability are just as impactful as offensive stats in shaping a team's success. The MLB is often dominated by the stories of flashy home runs, high strikeout totals, or MVP-caliber stars. Yet, some of the most impactful players are those who quietly deliver consistent production, provide leadership, and shape games through reliability rather than spectacle. Players like Omar Vizquel, Jeff Cirillo, Jim Thome, Kenny Lofton, Mark Grace, Tim Raines, Paul Molitor, Omar Infante, Richie Sexson, and Brad Ausmus proved that greatness doesn't always come with headlines. It comes with consistency, professionalism, and dedication. Recognizing these players reminds us that the heart of baseball often lies in steady production and reliability over time. The MLB isn't just about record-breaking stars, it's about the players who quietly make teams better every single day. These consistent performers may never have received the spotlight, but their impact on the game is undeniable. They are the unsung heroes, the players who show up year after year, perform at a high level, and provide stability and leadership that often goes unnoticed. Their contributions, whether through defense, situational hitting, or steady leadership in the clubhouse, are the backbone of successful teams. While fans may remember the flashy moments, it's these steady, reliable players who often shape the outcome of games, seasons, and even the history of the league itself. If you enjoyed this video, like it, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Which underrated MLB player do you think was the most consistent without getting the spotlight? Share this video with your friends who love baseball history, and don't forget to hit the notification bell for more deep dives into unsung legends and hidden gems of the MLB.